Orange, you glad you clicked play? Whoa. Orange, you glad you clicked play? Today on Unpacked, we're gonna be opening up this plain brown box. Mystery. So we ordered a new GoPro here at the studio and found out that it came in some really cool packaging. And so I'm gonna open it up with you guys today for the first time. I've not opened it up and seen it. I've seen just a couple of pictures. It's gonna be great. All right, so if you'll notice, it comes completely blank. This is designed to ship in its own packaging for e-commerce, SIOC, and ship an own container, by the way. And so, you know, on the outside, this is an item that's typically going to be a high theft item. If you walk up and read it, you'd figure out that it's a GoPro. But on the outside, there's nothing that from the doorstep would scream that this is anything of value. That's on purpose. And that can do something a little bit the opposite, that can tend to create a negative like perception, because as a consumer, this isn't what I was expecting to get. Let's go ahead and dig right into this thing. So first of all, on the outside, there's this really nice tear strip, and it tore. Done. Let's open this thing up and... No, not gonna go all the way there. All right, so this is what I saw online. Didn't know the materials or anything else. First of all, it looks really cool. It's very understated. I'm surprised they didn't do a little bit more branding and messaging on the inside of this. It can, you know, it feels really simplistic. But there's this plastic top on here. I have a slight issue with this. This bonded to the corrugated, like glued to it. I can't get this thing off. Like, it's going to be really hard to get this off. It contaminates the corrugated stream, and so I can't really recycle this box well. Now, maybe they've said, well, GoPro consumers keep their boxes, and they're probably not wrong. But with something like this, I'm actually surprised they glued that to the corrugate. It does affect recyclability. And then here on the inside, there's another little corrugate box here that has all my accessories. Yep, this is larger than it needs to be, but it's got different mounts, and my cable and my battery just kind of tossed in there. Yeah, little better experience, I think, is in order. But and then we've got another thermoform tray here that actually holds my camera, and this is the Hero 9, by the way. Man, I love seeing brands that do something intentional for e-commerce and have really kind of put value where it needs to be. I still think this is way larger than it needs to be. We've got a lot of dead space inside here. We've got a huge dead space inside of this box here. And, you know, kind of overall, like, accessories just tossed in. There were a couple of reviews early on that people thought this may have been a remanufactured product, or you know, some type of maybe counterfeit or whatever, but they've since come back and added more messaging around that, so you know what you're getting online. But I want to love this. I think there's some things that they could have done to just up this level of experience a little bit more. It's an expensive product, and I love that they've done some specific e-commerce packaging, but I think it could have been done with a little bit more elegance, and so it felt like I was getting an authentic premium product. But overall, really like this effort that they've made here. I think there are some things that could be done differently. Thanks for watching. Make sure you interact with us below and stay tuned for the next one, because you never know what it's gonna be. Thanks.